hate this. You make a video, you got to go to the restroom. You pause it on here. You can't use this phone to use the restroom. You can't, if you touch the screen, your video's done. It stops it. Will I have that piece? I don't even know. I don't even know. Everything I was saying up to the point, I probably have it. I probably don't need to recap it. I mean, what are you thinking about? Why would a cat go into heat twice? This happened one time before here. And this cat is so annoying. The first time, I mean, it would go and hide in my room. It would do all kinds of weird shit. Come to my door and just go crazy, making loud sounds. Now the roommate yells at the cat, you know, Gracie. And even now, if I come in here and make a sound, she starts going crazy. I go up to her, I put my hand out, I let her sniff it, I scratch her on her head. And I realize how pathetic this creature is. Which before, when it pissed me off, it was hatred. I just wanted to beat this motherfucker with the goddamn whip tool. Just whack the shit out of this motherfucker. You know that fiery fucking anger when something pisses you off, you don't want nothing to do with it? Like the cat's tearing up all my fucking chairs. This chair's completely fucking obliterated. The fact that I don't fucking like cats enough to have them bring the stink of cat into my home. But it's all right. It's all right. And then like yesterday, it started today, and all my tension and stress, I feel it in my aura. I feel my aura going out and going into all the areas of the walls. I'm not sure why this is. I'm still sort of contending with the fact that I'm in the metal box. Dan Winter says, if you're in the metal box, and you won't find bliss, and you won't soul through death. He says all that fucking shit. And I'll go up to her. I'll put my hand out again. Calm her down. And walk away. But my heart has changed. So am I concerned with the metal box? Here. Quit stalking me. You don't have to get close to me. I'm not going to beat you. I'm letting you smell my hand and then chill out. You have to let your heart go through the change that is necessary. Part of that is all the lower chakra shit has to make it through. Now I've noticed with myself being a man, having that, men are programmed different. We are. The whole thing with women, wanting a woman, lust, all that fucking shit has to be transformed into love, or you'll have the bypass where you're either fucking people and it's fucking you up because you're a fucking whore, which is bad for men and women. Whatever disconnects you from love, if it's unite with yourself, you know, and be okay, it has to be that way. If it's actually prepare yourself to be the balance for someone else, it would be the same fucking thing. But if you decide that you want that type of balance or unification, you're going to have this issue with your heart. Now, I remember asking my friend, like, I'm basically Christian. I'm not going to say I'm not Christian, but I remember at a certain time getting the same impulse that I get to ask somebody or inquire them about the Lord. People that, like, there's this channel, and I've been kind of watching some of the stuff. I think it's Deep Dive or something like that. And it's these guys, but they're like the newest version of super Christians, where, everything's the words. I talk to Holy Spirit, and they're all into it's so cliquey that having been in the church and witnessed the church and these people, I don't think they get the fact that Yahweh is some sort of archon. Seriously, you don't have the 10 Commandments. Yes, all the 10 Commandments are great. But if you knew the interaction of reality, only an archon taken over and given these tablets, I'm talking about an Orion entity, did a switch and got a hold of these fucking Jews or whatever the fuck. Only an archon would have thou shalt not. You know what I mean? It's negative and it's separation and it's a lot of fear. Fear the Lord. That energy it's not even necessary. There's nothing about fear like it's being used to separate a flock. Fear no other, you can doctor that up all you want. There's still a very negative element that is archon and separation path. All bullshit aside, it is. It is. So I sat in here yesterday, and I have to be conscious of what I'm saying being allowed heard. Because I was right here, way back whenever the fuck it was, dude sneezed. I said bless you, and was cursed out. All the hatred of God in whatever spirit had inhabited him tipped its hand by all the shit that came out. Because that guy wasn't mad at me. That was anger against God, and that wasn't even his. That was from some spirit that had inhabited him, and it's still in him. Still in him. And then I listened to the way women talk to him, the women that are... Now, I got to listen to these phone calls because they're on fucking... what do you call it? Speakerphone? These are overshadowings. They overshadow, and the dialogue is within that. And there's two of them, both named the same thing, except this one lady. The shit that the way I was not taught to be a man and have these conversations that I'm hearing. Baby talking each other and weird ass shit. I think it's weird, demasculating as fuck, and from a Jezebel fucking with a man or something. I have the window to see what the church refers to as spirits, and I understand that. I don't want to use their language, though. But I'm aware that different spirits are doing different things. And there's a dominion going on of a female energy that just, it wants every bit of his attention. every bit, and he's already enslaved to that in a way, because there's no, we're talking about a Democrat, so there's no, like, the masculine principle is demoralized, but I'm not saying he's not a man. He's definitely a man. He's not even a bad guy. But the awareness is so baffled about shit that it shocks me. So I had to do this video because I'm not sure what having this unbelieving element is inside my home dynamic changes. Now, when I go out and check my mail, I go out there, I take my water, and I've been banishing out Satan, Lucifer, evil energy from out of my fucking space. To where when I'm going to get the mail, in the freezing fucking air, like way colder than I was, fucking painfully cold. I'm even breathing less so I don't get that air in my body. I'm trying to book it back to get back, but trying to get out the element of intrusion. Now, whatever happened from doing the audit resulted right after that in some sort of download. I was dizzy, and the veil was pulled off where I could see myself, the element of just having the hole for women and trying to accumulate that, or trying to stay within the heart balance, but to feel and to love, knowing how it is. Oh, come on, she's trying to come over here and fucking, it's like, this cat, the other day, is like, she just comes over, full drops onto the floor, bloom, and starts just, and now just mean mugging me. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the cat's mind. I did not like this cat at all, but I'm changing my behavior because I don't want to be hating a cat, wanting to whoop the shit out of a poor elderly woman cat for bothering me, trying to tiptoe in on me to get as close as she can to full body drop because she could hear me. Done went through the fucking heat a week ago. It was horrible. The other cat went through it. All I did was talk to the cat. And then it started back up. Now, I think this happens from solar shit. Something was going on the first time. Really? Look at this. Just trying to sneak up on me. What? Do the body drop. Do your body drop. Fall on the floor. Fall on the floor. I'm not going to say it doesn't gross me out. Because it does. I don't fucking want this at all. But I'm not hating the motherfucker. This is fucking... It is annoying as hell. Because I'm doing my own shit. I'm trying to make a fucking video and communicate. But this is a part of the equation. Because to have the heart do its thing, you can't have the energy of hate, anger. Might as well put them together. Anger and hate are intimately linked. If something annoys you and beating the shit out of it with a stick remedies that, you got a problem. You got you a problem there. I'm not going to say it doesn't feel good to beat the shit out of something that's annoying you with a stick, but the consequences of it, the dulling you out to empathy, is exactly what you get. The sensations that you're trying to expand, your evolution you're trying to fucking facilitate, is going to be hindered. It's going to be karmically bound down. It'll be heavier. You will feel it. It will remain on you as a fucking veil of thickness that through it, you'll perceive things incorrectly. incorrectly. You may notice a situation where somebody needs more love, and you may get drawn in to some weird illusion like what's happening to me, and then the veil was pulled, and all I see is a gross ass Lady Gaga Pope. Luciferian shit. Not love, just that illusion and that parasiticness. You know, that fucking thing's not gonna love you. That's your weakness being fucked with by the spiritual world's entities. Now, whereas I received strong sadness hearing some of the things that I heard said from somebody, because I know what it feels like to not have love. Even if you have a family, you may not have a family. You may not have the love. You may not have somebody love you. Like those people that are in arranged marriages. Just because they have access to somebody doesn't mean they have love. You know? Somebody to love you. I mean, there's a lot of shades of gray before you get to that coordinated two people fucking love. You know? I've been talking with somebody for a long time, and they get close to kind of getting where I'm coming from when I discuss some of the shit I'm talking about. And then they don't. Because they've not spent the time alone without anybody's, fucking 7 years is a long fucking time to go off of fucking, when you've not had any such fucking period of time like that ever. Most people, whenever they start getting booty, become sexually active, they remain that way to the day they can't in some way, and it psychologically clicks whatever needs arise. But you don't get the alchemy part with the partner without a dedicated fucking drawing that back from the low level. I didn't want to interact with somebody because if I coyote uglied, I didn't want to do that to somebody and myself. I didn't like the person that had that freedom. That's what caused me not to do it and to stop. It wasn't completely a fucking, I'm doing this for this reason. I didn't like the me that I see. So I stopped. Now it makes it highly more something I want to have for the reasons that are higher. I can apply. Hey, go back to your window. Here, weirdo. She'll run off, runs to her window, predicted. Run to your window. No, don't poke your ass at me. No one's gonna get up there. Get in your spot, old lady cat. Here. That's all you get. I'll scratch your little. Just sneezes. Don't stick your ass up in the air with your fucking manged tail. Yeah, that is gross. It's fucking gross. I shouldn't have to be subject to that type of abuse, but I don't have anger or hate. I look at it through the lens of my own shit because I have been in the state of wanting lust so bad that I know. Change your heart, or at least Don't let your fucking lust bypass your heart, and don't let your anger bypass it either. By being pissed off because of some other fucking thing being either chemically driven and trying to seek that connection, you know, it's the same thing. We're all creatures, but we as humans are spiritual beings. So there's a lot more riding on us following our passions correctly.